Good morning. How are you? It is 4:37 in the a.m. At 5:30 we'll be leaving, donating some more plasma. It is the new job. It's my new job. I want to share some things that I find interesting that I notice, and I want them to be gifted to you so that you can see, and maybe it will be a lens for your own self to have a similar oculon to perceive the world. Now that Thanksgiving has passed, I had a subconscious awareness of my young child, my young man child. When I text him, he texted me back, but I've only got to talk to him one time. And it was going to be found or seen or verified if his mother was causing this strain between us communicating, which I believed was the case, especially with his older brother. And how do I now know what I know? The deciding factor was Thanksgiving, the no return text back. See, many days we have texted each other. Good evening, good afternoon, happy day, this and that and the other. Very limited communication. But years I've gone, a couple of years since my dad has died, sending him these texts to let him know that I thought about him every day. And I sent those texts with only one time being able to talk to him. It it freaks me out to do it as much as it probably does him, in the fact that we have not been able to talk. But with me, I have to push him to do it and then see if he could naturally do it or if he's being affected by like his mother. And his mother is affecting him. I know it. I know it. No return text back. Doesn't I was like, well, I don't know if you're mad at me. If you quit answering me, you quit responding. I don't know what to think, but I will continue texting back. But it upsets me because today we have turned a corner, and now it's like I might have the awareness of certain things in my life, like Donald Trump. I identify with Donald Trump because of my own personality style, and it's not because I'm just a dickhead, but I'm chaotic and unpredictable. But when that is the good thing, it's a good thing. Like I have a way of being that if I deny it, one, I wouldn't be being authentic. Number two, at a certain time, it is the prescription. It is the thing needed. Now, the same way the Trump derangement people treated Donald Trump, this was how my ex treated me and still does, because she is not authentic. She is not. She's MK Ultra. I wish that were not the case, but it is the case. She goes through the motions and plays the role, says the words right. She lives in that world. And there is MK Ultra military girls, and they have a role in their family. They breed them, and they're all MK Ultra. I don't know what to tell you about it. So it sucks. But now I know the way to go. Like with my boss would be whispering and talking shit like he was going to affect my money by not letting me work, and then acting like I couldn't hear what he was saying, just being a real dick at certain times without there being any real reason for it. Basically, just blowing up or associating me with someone else or whatever. And in the end, he wouldn't even answer the texts, you know. Always came. When he came, he was late, and he may just want not to have to pick me up in the morning. But he won't bring it like that. He's just avoiding. But at the minute I was hearing these things said from him, that my spirit guide, the Lord, was telling me, don't worry, I've got you. I have another way. I have another path for you. I have another path, and I'm on that path now. It is not the most glorious path, of course, but it will allow me to do what I need to do without being completely fucking abandoned, destroyed, homeless, on the streets. So I can give glory to the Lord for guiding me and providing for me a way when there was no way before. In the same vein or topic, I'm going to have to use that mindset because I want to say something smart, because I know my ex-wife is causing this breach with my child. But it's the awareness of the Lord, that spirit, that gives me the pause to say, hey, not that way. Not that way, sir. And it's important that I have it. Even with the other guy, the boss. Because I don't have to quit. I just began going this other path that opened up for me because I was led to go that way. I didn't have to say anything rude, be a dick. But I thought it was very funny that every time I heard him saying something dickish or rude towards me, that the Lord had me. The Lord had another way. He said, the Lord was like, don't worry, don't say anything, just listen. I have a way for you. You will not be abandoned. You will not be turned aside at the time you need most to be working and have something. It will not leave you with nothing. And this is actually amazing, because if you consider these things that are very depressing on one hand, being made worse by some lashing out one can do when they're hurt or angry. The areas that I'm hurt and angered in, I don't have to lash out. I will not, because I am being guided properly not to lash out or to be angry. I just have to follow my path that is put before me and let it unfold. And it does, and it has many times before unfolded like just a very similar way. This is how I've learned and grown with the Spirit to follow this pathway, to know the signs along the way, to not be a dick myself in response to harsh treatment, criticality that's just extreme. You know, I'd like to tell my son that he's hurting my feelings when he doesn't respond. When I don't hear anything from him, it crushes me on the inside because I'm trying to repair that relationship with him. And even his older brother, it's even worse. But because I didn't get to spend the time with them, and then I don't get to repair it. Now, I do believe that I'm having this experience because I can take it. And I did promise and give my word that to the woman I would not do her like that, seize the children when she fucked around, because I could have. I didn't want to do that. And it's important to stand by your decisions you make, even when they're the wrong ones, perhaps. Because if you second guess yourself again and again and again, you won't be able to make the proper decisions in the time you have to make them. You'll stay on the fence for way too long. You'll weevil, wobble, and then you will fall down. You will. But on this path, I see the beginning of the new stage is like now. This day after Thanksgiving begins a new pathway. And I'm excited. And I do not follow this pathway without knowing that there's going to be a better outcome than my human brain, my in my body situation thinker could come up with and craft himself. I need the Spirit. I need my own spirit to help me, to guide me, to get me through. And I want it. I want it to build me up, and it does. The spiritual part of you isn't some woo weirdo shit. It's something very specific that animates you and that you know you are. You are it. Your body is just your vessel that allows that spirit to have life in the world that you may convey the different choices and actions that you have and take. So it's very important not to lose heart, because it's easy to do that. It's easy to be beaten up by some aspect of life that hurts you. When someone treats you wrong and belittles you, casts you aside. The Lord never casts you aside. Always has a place for you. You must remember, and you must not forget it. And if you can share with others the interactions that you have with this greater part of yourself, you'll be able to identify it and help others to do the same. And people need that sort of help. We need that help to grow as a society, as a group of people who believe in something more and have a way to reach their self up and get it. So this is an encouraging message that I'm feeling inside of my soul and that I want to share with you people, because you are a life that has already been living. You are immortal. Your body's not immortal, but your soul will live forever. You will always be in a situation of life on one aspect or another. You will not close your eyes when you die and be absolved to the oblivion. You will not. Your eyes will waken somewhere else. Glory unto greater glory. If you but know this isn't all there is. So you strive forward. Do not let yourself be trampled down by the sorrows of life. Lift your head up into the sunshine and go forward in the light of that dawn, that you can move towards the new rising of the sun, a spiritual world of a future that you can have a place in, that is a brilliant, shining position in the architecture of the universe. Have a nice day, you sons of bitches. I just wanted to inspire you. I wanted to inspire your asses early in this morning because I needed that inspiration, because I don't have any coffee today, but I had a little bit of cereal. Yum.